10. Their relationship with money. The wealthy people are absolutely fascinated by money. They can talk about it for hours. They read everything they can get their hands on regarding it. They listen to podcasts about it. They attend seminars and events where money is the main topic. In fact, it is almost impossible to have a conversation with them without somehow veering off into a discussion about money. On the other hand, most struggling people have a love-hate relationship with money. On one hand, they need it to survive and pay their bills, but at the same time, they resent it because they don't have enough of it. Many of them believe that money is the root of all evil. Others think that it's impossible to become wealthy and still stay honest and true to themselves. And some simply don't want to think about money at all because it reminds them of how poor they are. 9. How they spend their time. Rich people spend their time doing things that bring them joy and help them grow as individuals. They play sports, travel, spend time with family and friends, take vacations, and attend cultural events. Poor people, on the other hand, tend to waste their time doing nothing or engaging in activities that don't really benefit them in any way. Some might spend hours every day watching TV or playing video games, while others might spend their time gossiping about others or engaging in meaningless conversations. Many poor people also spend a lot of time complaining about their circumstances or engaging in activities that are harmful to their health and well-being, such as smoking, drinking, and taking drugs. 8. Their spending habits. Rich people know the value of money, and they understand that it is not easy to come by. That is why they are very careful with their spending habits. Before they buy anything, they think about whether it is really necessary and if it will provide them with some kind of value. If the answer is no, then they simply don't buy it. Of course, this doesn't mean that rich people never buy anything for pleasure. They do that from time to time. But it is very important for them to keep their spending under control and not to go overboard. Poor people, on the other hand, often have very bad spending habits. They buy things on credit that they can't really afford and they end up in debt. Many poor people also have a very difficult time saving money. No matter how much money they earn, it seems like they are always broke. This is because they spend as soon as they earn, and they don't think about the future. 7. The way they think. Rich people have a very different way of thinking than poor people. For example, when something goes wrong, rich people see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. They understand that mistakes are part of the process, and that they should not be afraid to make them. Poor people, on the other hand, tend to see the same situation in a very negative light. They start blaming others for their problems, and they feel sorry for themselves. Another big difference in the way rich people think is that they are always looking for ways to improve themselves. They read books, they listen to podcasts, and they attend seminars and events. Poor people, on the other hand, tend to be very complacent. They don't want to change, and they are happy with the way things are. As a result, they often end up in the same place year after year, just surviving and never really thriving. 6. Their relationship with failure. Rich people are not afraid of failure. In fact, they embrace it as an opportunity to learn and grow. They understand that everyone fails sometimes and that it is not the end of the world. Poor people, on the other hand, are terrified of failure. They think that if they fail, they will never succeed. So they end up just giving up before they even try. No. 5. Their expectations. Rich people have high expectations of themselves, and they expect the best for their lives. They set big goals, and they work hard to achieve them. Poor people, on the other hand, have low expectations. They don't think that they are capable of achieving great things, and they settle for what they have. 4. Their tolerance for risk. Rich people are willing to take risks in order to achieve their goals. They understand that sometimes you have to take risks in life in order to get ahead. Poor people, on the other hand, are risk-averse. They would rather play it safe and not rock the boat. This mindset can be a self-fulfilling prophecy, as it limits their opportunities and keeps them stuck in their current situation. 3. Their ability to learn from others. Rich people are always eager to learn from others, even those who are less successful than them. They understand that everyone has something valuable to offer, and they are open to learning from anyone. Poor people, on the other hand, often think that they already know everything and that there is nothing left to learn. They are close-minded and judgmental, and they think that they are better than others. This attitude makes it impossible for them to grow and learn from their experiences. 2. Their definition of success. Rich people define success in terms of financial freedom and independence. They want to be able to live life on their own terms and not have to worry about money. Poor people, on the other hand, often define success in terms of material possessions. They want to have the latest iPhone, the biggest house, and the fastest car. Unfortunately, this definition of success is often unattainable for most people, and it leads to a lifetime of dissatisfaction. Number 1. Their goals. The goals of rich people are very different from those of poor people. Rich people set goals that challenge them to grow and become better versions of themselves. They want to achieve financial freedom, live a life of luxury, and make a positive impact on the world. Poor people, on the other hand, set goals that are often too small and too easy for them to achieve. They may want to buy a new video game or a pair of shoes, but these goals do not challenge them to grow, and they certainly won't make them rich. So there you have it. 10 eye-opening contrasts between the mindset of rich people and the mindset of poor people. If you're currently struggling financially, don't despair. It's possible to change your mindset and improve your financial situation. Just be aware of the common money mistakes that poor people make and avoid making them yourself. By doing so, you'll be well on your way to achieving financial success. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please let us know in the comments. We would appreciate it if you could also like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We always appreciate your support. Have a great day.